Welcome guys to Minecraft. Today is going to be a little bit different as we didn't manage to get anything for yesterday or whatever day you're watching this. But yeah, we missed out on our Wednesday things, so we're going to do something a little bit different. There's no Jack today either. But yeah, I'm on my own. Now we're going to do something a little bit different as I just said. Today we're going to do a little bit of creative building because I'm an admin for a server, and I spend a lot of the time doing creative builds, and I get used to it, get into it. Now I'm gonna spend a little bit of time doing a little bit of a build here. Not sure what I'm gonna build yet, but it has something to do with a bridge because I feel like this is a good place for a bridge. May build a house or a town or a castle, or who knows. We'll see, but first we're going to start with the bridge. Now, as you can see, I have got my creative gameplay on, so we're going to try and pick out some things that could be worthy of a bridge. So, when you're thinking about doing a build, you got to think about what you want to make, how you want to make it, what design you want to give it, and there's so many kind of things that you need to think about when you're doing a build. So with a bridge, do you want it do you want an old-fashioned wood bridge? Do you want it stone pathed? Do you want it to look a little bit bumpy, a little bit uneven? Do you want it to look modern? There's so many things you can think about. It's ridiculous. So I want to have a basic wooden bridge. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this oak wood. I'm going to get some spruce. And I'm thinking of jungle as well, because them three kind of work together really well. So I avoid, when I'm making a bridge, I avoid using stairs. That's because they don't give a good effect to it. Whereas using full blocks and slabs, they can give you a bit of a better tone. So I'm going to use the oak wood, the spruce and the jungle again for the blocks. Now that's just going to be the main body part of it. I also got to think about what I want for the outside, for the structural integrity of it, which usually I would think of a oak, like a log block. Now the logs are like oak wood, spruce, usually the things you chop from a tree because it's a log. So I'm gonna try and I'm thinking the dark wood looks quite cool, so I'm gonna see what the dark wood looks out like, how that goes. So first off, you're gonna have to see how far you want it, so and where you want to place it. So I want to place it right about here. But that block isn't where it's going to be sitting. It could come forward a bit, could go back a bit. Don't know why, because it's literally on the edge. But you want to kind of trace a little line straight across, get it the right shape. So now you see how there's a little bit of a pain in the ass right here. Sorry about my language. But yeah, there's a bit of a pain there, so that's got to come out a little bit extra, just to make sure you get rid of these flowers. Don't need them. Okay, that did not work out very well. When you're doing a build, most people like to build on a completely flat surface. You don't need to. It doesn't matter whether, if you're building a bridge and the leveling's not the same, that's fine. It doesn't have to be that kind of bridge. Some bridges go straight up, like staircases. But it's the way that they're designed that gives them the bridge look. So we got this, so we're gonna kind of count how many we are and then kind of place a plan out. So we got 12 there. So 12's not too bad. 12's a good even side. So I'm gonna want to put another. So we got 13, 14, so that's now 7 and 7. So that will be fine. But I'm going to put another 2 here just to even it out. So that's now 8 on 8. Now you got to think about how wide you want it. So, because 1's not going to be too big enough. 3 looks good, but I'm going to put it a little bit further. I'm going to make it 5. I'm trying to mark out the points in here as well. There's loads of grass and everything. It's all ridiculous. So now you can see I kind of got like a little eye with two. Well, a little. I'm not even sure. Yeah, you got that. It looks weird, but that's the little idea. So next, you're gonna want to start off with using some slabs. But also, do I want it to be just flat, or do I want it to curve out like that, or what? But as you can see, they kind of blend in quite well. So next, I'm gonna go pick up another slab and put slabs down here. So now you can kind of see like a little evenish kind of glint into it. But you don't have to make it so that it's all symmetrical. See how I've done that now? Now to even that up, I'll put another one of these. But what you do on one side, if you want it to look really good, what you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So people may not agree with this, but yeah. Or that may just be my OCD talking, but who knows. Whatever you do on one side, do on the other. Just make it look, instead of it looking patchy, unless you want it like that. Some people might like the unevenness. It gives it a bit of a different look, which is not too bad. Sometimes I've done a build and have used that kind of technique. So as you can see, it's kind of like running a little smooth. But now I want that to be on a slab, so I'm going to put a block there and put a slab here. So I'm going to do the same thing again here. So for those who've never seen, we did start a doing a stream for a build, or for the building the Game Desires. We spent a little bit of time building it, but it ended up being more of a let's play instead. We're not quite sure how we managed that, but yeah, it happened. But someone did comment saying, why don't you just do it in creative? But we had already started in survival, so you know, whatever you start, you finish the same way. So you kind of see, it kind of gives it a bit of a bridge look to it, look and feel. Looks nice. What you gotta do is you gotta test it, see if it feels nice. See, I'm not too sure about this top part now, so it feels like too mountainy. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and then I'm just gonna fill this back over with, if I can get it. There we go. So now you're gonna do that. I was going to say, I thought it was going to fall there. So you see how it looks a little bit more flat. And it just feels a little bit smoother. So now you want to get rid of all the grass. I hate grass. Good way to get rid of grass. Get a bucket of water. And just place it somewhere. Bam, grass gone. However, if you do that, let's just throw that in there. Get a bucket of this. Bam. Get rid of that. Same again. Water there. Let's spread out. Water. And it's gone. See? No more pain with water. If you want to mess around with grass, feel free. I find it a pain. I'd rather not mess around with water, or with grass, because it's just irritating and just time consuming to break all the grass. So yeah, just get rid of it. There's no point in it being there. So now I have this ugly beam going across. So I'm going to get rid of that without breaking the actual block there. So I'm going to get rid of these. So now you can see it's kind of a thin bridge. So how to do this next, you'll do that. You want it. So you're going to want it like that. Oh, damn it. The annoying thing with logs is that you can't, if you're facing downwards and you put them like that, it's just, they're going to completely just distort and just look stupid. So you kind of need to do that. So I'm going to start that there again. And, oh, damn it. Now if you look at it from the other side, however it may look cool on one side, it's a bit blocky and looks a bit stupid. So you got to put an extra one onto each side. So I'm just going to quickly do this side. So one there, that, and so you see how it's kind of looking fairly okay. That did not work out at all. Okay, now you want to get rid of the blocks that have gone the wrong way. So you look over, make sure that you got it all the same. See how this side's not? There's one or two extra right here. That's 4, yep, I think there's like 2 extra. Yep. So you see how that kind of does that? Now if you go on the other side, so even when you go over there, all the way over here, it has kind of neatness to it. Okay, now I'm just gonna quickly drag a line across. Okay, and continue this, that. Okay. It's not that one that does it. Oh, bugger. Let me just do that again. Okay, so this is looking pretty cool now. Okay, now what you do is you get rid of all the blocks that you don't need. Break. So there's 4 on that side. Bloody grass everywhere. There's literally grass everywhere. Okay, now these ones kind of came out one more, so I'm going to put a bit of an extra on here. Another thing about when you're doing a build is every face, like if you think of a face of a square, well, of a cube, you got top, bottom, and 4 sides. So if it looks good around all the sides, so if you look one way, it looks good, another way doesn't look bad. If they're pretty much identical, so you only have to look 2 different directions. Then you gotta look above. Does that look cool? Doesn't look too bad. Not the best, but you know, not much you can do about that. And you've got to look below. Did it look okay? Did it look neat? Now for these, I don't really like them, so I'm gonna put them like this. still giving it side that kind of thing, but it's not making it so identical. When it comes to logs, it's difficult to get them to how you want, but you gotta work around what you have. So next we're going to want to put in a little bit of detail. Now you now have like these different types of fences. Don't know why I paused on that, but yeah, different type of fences. You can see them as it says fence right there. Still don't know why I paused, but we're gonna think which one looks best, which one will appeal. But maybe like now you're probably thinking, why do you say he's going to use the 3 different types of wood when he's only used 1? Well, that is because I'm going to mix and match, put in little different things. So stuff that failed, stuff like this, and to have like a good little mix and match, just go around, find parts that you want to kind of change, give a bit of a feel into it. And this is good because kind of gives it like a extra taste. As you can see, it's like kind of mix and matching. The best things to do this with is the sand and stones, but the wood also kind of works not too bad. Not the best, but yeah, it's not too bad. So you're gonna want to throw them everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. Just give it a bit of a edge. That's a block. So you can see with the things like this, you don't need to put in like a bit of a symmetrical addition to it. Just throw it in anywhere. Feels like it goes over there, right there, right there again. Sometimes you might want to have it so that it links, but then you gotta think, will it link here or will it look too obvious? Would it go there? Will that also look too obvious? So you gotta be careful with the way that you kind of mix and match this type of thing. Move. Okay, see how that's kind of going in diagonal there. So I don't want to put it there because it'll just look weird. So I'm going to put it here. Will, if you get out of the way. So I'm going to put that there. See a little angle, but doesn't look too bad. It looks kind of like triangle-ish, which isn't bad. You don't want to keep doing that. You don't want to keep throwing in shapes that look too similar. I don't know what that was doing then. Another one of the things that I used to do was put in slabs underneath blocks to make them kind of go up and down, give it a bit of an unevenness. But because I'm using slabs, it will look really weird. But if you're doing like a house and it's got a balcony, if you want to make it like a haunted house, put slabs between each one every now and again. It'll make the floor look a bit bumpy, which is a bit of a cool taste to it. So as I say, it doesn't look too bad, not the best. Looked a bit better without, but you know, we're gonna stick with this right now. So now we're gonna want to start the next thing. So I'm gonna get rid of them. So we've done a bridge. The bridge looks cool. We want to like plan the next idea out. So we may want so what do you guys think? What could we put in? I will leave this for now, and in the comments, if you want to let me know what you think we can actually put into this with the bridge that'll make this area look a little bit less boring and cheapy. But for now, thank you. I've been Sixshot CJ, Chris Lee, whatever you want to call me, blah blah blah. Thank you and goodbye.